These are for those of you that are looking for a side step to help make it easier for you and your passengers to get in and out of your stock or lifted JK and don't have the need for off-road protection. These steps are going to hang down pretty low, they're going to stick out off the side of the Jeep, and they're not going to be good if you plan on doing some hardcore off-roading. These will definitely not offer protection, and they are going to decrease your ground clearance. However, if you're somebody who just does some light wheeling on some fire trails or somebody who keeps their Jeep on road, these are going to be a very, very useful step. Now, there are a couple different versions of these steps available from a couple of different manufacturers, and a lot of them are going to be right in the same price range, similar build qualities, and they're all going to work well as a step. I happen to like the RedRock 4x4 ones because I do think they're pretty well built and fairly priced. These are going to be a steel tubular side step that are covered with a powder coat finish or polished to a gloss finish, depending on which finish you decide you want. Now, these are the curved round side steps, so on the end here they do return into the Jeep, which gives them a little bit more of a finished look than the straight steps in my opinion. And these are going to have a plastic cap on the end of the step to keep any junk from getting in there, which is something that not all of the other manufacturers have. Of course, on this four-door version, you are going to have two plastic stepping surfaces, and those surfaces are a little bit textured. So whether it's raining, snowing, or you have some mud on your shoes, you are going to get a good, strong stepping surface. Like I said before, these are going to stick down and low enough off the side of your Jeep to make them a very, very useful step, as opposed to armor that is also a step, which is generally not as useful of a step, but will also provide some protection. This is going to be a very simple 1 out of 3 wrench installation that you should be able to get done in right around an hour. All you need to do is remove any side step or rocker armor that you might currently have on your Jeep that's going to occupy the same space. Then you can go ahead and install the brackets for these steps onto your Jeep. Those brackets are going to attach to both the pinch seam in the existing holes and a couple of holes in the bottom of the tub. Now, depending on what year your Jeep is, the front hole may or may not be threaded. Either way, you are going to have enough hardware to install a J-clip in that front hole if it's not threaded, and you'll be able to get these installed very easily, again, without any major modification. Once you have those brackets installed, you can leave the bolts a little bit loose and bolt your side steps to the brackets. Finally, make sure everything is level and square before tightening up all of the hardware, and you're finished. This is something that you can do with just some traditional hand tools in your driveway. Like I said before, there are going to be a couple of different versions of these steps from a couple of different manufacturers. They're all going to be built similarly, look similarly, and they'll all work well as a step. These ones for a 4-door version come in at right around $150, which I think is a very fair price for what you're getting. Of course, armor is going to be more expensive, and some of the other brands that might be made of a premium material or have some additional features may also be a little bit more expensive. But if you're looking for a traditional, basic, round tubular side step, I think these are going to be a really good choice for the money. So that's my review of the RedRock 4x4 3-inch curved round side step fitting your 2007 and up JK that you can find right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.